This is a very interesting case, which is a good teaching tool to talk about something a little broader. This is a baby who was born at term, weighing about 3 kilograms, and at about a day and a half was brought into the NICU from the postpartum unit due to difficulty with feeding. Taking a look at this infant reveals something interesting. His mouth is hanging open, and it was persistently doing so during his stay in the NICU for the first day or so. The other thing that's unusual is that his arms are dangling by his side. This is a sign of low tone. Normally, the arms are somewhat flexed in a term infant, so something was definitely going on here. Here's another view. This is the infant being pulled up by his arms and showing a profound head lag. So his central tone was very poor. So what might have been causing this? There are numerous causes for neonatal hypotonia. The list is quite broad, but looking into the history of this mother was very revealing. This is a mother who had suffered from a condition called myasthenia gravis. Myasthenia gravis is a condition in which the body creates antibodies against something called acetylcholine receptors. Acetylcholine receptors are found at the end of your nerves connecting to your muscle. So, in other words, for the electrical impulse to pass to the muscle and the message to say to contract, acetylcholine needs to be released, and it needs to bind to receptors, and those receptors cause the contraction. If you have a deficiency of those receptors because you're making antibodies to them, you will have difficulty contracting your muscles and you'll be weak. In adults, this may manifest as slurred speech or very tired eyes that have ptosis or sagging near the end of the day. Astute doctors decided to measure the antibody levels in the baby and found that the level was over 36 when a normal level is less than 0.25. Fortunately, there's a treatment for this condition, which comes in the form of a medication called neostigmine or pyridostigmine, and these block the degradation of acetylcholine, so it allows it to build up in the presence of fewer receptors. A positive test would be one in which muscle tone improves. And in this case, although these drugs were given and there was some mild improvement, this child went on to require a medication called IVIG or intravenous immunoglobulin in order to get some improvement. Ultimately, a tincture of time was what was needed, as by about a month of age, this baby had fully recovered as those maternal antibodies had worn off. When we think about neonatal hypotonia or low muscle tone in general, the following may help you in your differential diagnosis. So broadly, the problem could rest with the brain, the spinal cord, or could be at the neuromuscular junction or the muscle itself. Teasing out which is active and causing the problem requires a physical examination to discern whether it fits with something that is in the brain or whether it fits with something that's at the muscle. Ruling out such things as intracranial abnormalities, such as a brain abnormality or bleed, is important. Additionally, an MRI may reveal a defect in the way the spinal cord was formed. As I've talked about in another post, infant botulism can be something that a baby acquires from consuming honey in the early stages of life, and that would also be on the differential diagnosis. Ultimately, if your baby is floppy and is unable to feed, is choking with feeds, this is a sign of hypotonia, and you should consult a pediatrician and likely be referred to a pediatric neurologist. If you like this information and other things about neonates, please consider subscribing to this channel and giving this video a like.